What is one thing that would make you sleep with your ex again? Amnesia. Well, after everything they've put me through mentally, emotionally, and financially, they'd have to probably say something along the lines of, "Do you want to sleep with me?" I love the stark difference from anything LOL to "I would rather be found dead." Lobotomy. I'd sleep with her again in a heartbeat. That part was great. It was the everything else that I wouldn't do again. She'd literally have to roofie me. I wouldn't fuck her with your dick. If she asks, "I'm lonely." Like $3. First, she'd have to come back to life. If she could take back the 4 separate unprompted, unrelated times that she told me I don't turn her on, and her in-depth explanation of why each time. Opportunity. Not a damn thing. Hell nah. I don't think you could offer me anything to sleep with my last ex. I hate that little fucking gremlin. I sleep with my ex-girlfriend all the time. She's the wife now. Depends on the ex. All he has to do is send me a text and I'm there LMAO. A chance LOL. That woman rocked my world. At this point, I probably would just 'cause I'm so alone. Her not being allowed to speak to me before or after. Death. X200B. I don't want to be near that monster ever again. If it removed him and any trace of him from the universe forever along with my memory of him, I'd go for it then. This thread is pretty depressing. Depends on the ex, probably billions of dollars. Assuming that they were initiating. First ex, she'd need to be divorced. Second, she'd, need to ask. Third, honestly, she'd need to be a totally different person. Fourth, she'd just need to be within 100 miles. Fifth, she'd need to find a sitter for the kids. Sixth, she'd need to be breathing again. Her breaking up with her current boyfriend and coming back to me saying she no longer wants a divorce and instead she wants to make our marriage work together. Fuck, I'd be calling up couples therapists all around town immediately to schedule us an initial appointment, and that would be enough to be my foreplay. $40 million. But only once, and I have to get the money up front as a cashier's check. Her agreeing to it. Dude just needs to drop the slightest hint. He was 100 line cook energy. First, having an ex. If they wanted to have sex with me, I would be so down. Edit DM me if you want to chat. I won't lie. Her BJs could only be described as swimming in lake of clouds and chocolate velvet in the 7th realm of heaven. Her consent. Yeah. No thank you. Enough money to never work again in my life. Money. Lots of money, with no obligation to see that MF ever again. A gun to my head. Probably him just showing up. That man is crap at life but damn good in bed. Nope. Never. The very thought of her is repulsive to me. Death and rebirth. Maybe in the next life, there's a chance. I don't think I could. I'm an idiot and dated her 4 times. The 4th time, after being with her in person less than 36 hours, found out I was the side piece and it broke me. And the aftermath of it all, at one point she said, "I hope you lose custody of your child." That's way too far past the line for me. Sex. Shit was fire. A single phone call TB. KFC. Nothing. Fuck that bitch. But not with my dick. Her saying hi. I'm sad LOL. A he stranger text smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. A miracle not even God can pull off. A shit ton of money NGL. Losing my self-respect. Never slept with an ex dated before but my first and only sexual partner I've been married to for almost 7 years smiling face. Money. Like most Americans, for most things, I have my price. In this case, around $5,000. I'm gonna pass. I realize I was just a fill-in even though she's my child's mother. And she had me addicted to anything. I miss her. All they have to do is ask. My answer has always been yes, my offer stood since our falling out. I'm on very good terms with most of my exes, so it wouldn't take much. I've slept with several of my exes in the past. I'd consider it after I finish sleeping with everyone else's ex first. An invitation. The opportunity. Would have to ask my wife but only if it erased the years I was with my ex and replaced them with bonus years with my wife with that caveat that we'd still be as happy as we are now. Edit actually, no I wouldn't do it cause she didn't deserve it. Not one damn thing. He was bad at everything. Especially sex. I did. Was great actually. But the emotional feelings afterwards were a bit awkward. Why? We broke up because we knew we weren't compatible in the long term. No hate, just not fit for a relationship. Fast forward 5 years later and we met again during pre-marriage of our friend's bachelor party weekend, mixed gender with both the bride and groom-to-be. We talked, laughed, and were curious about each other's lives. Few weeks later we caught up, went to a bar together, crashed at his place. Stuff happened. The vibes were good, we both grew as a person in a good way. Good sex doesn't compare to the emotional stability I have with my hubs. Like 2 million euro. They all were pretty bad and I had no fun. Just a lot of money would make me do it. I like money. Finding a way to reverse a cremation. She want me back. I am actually thinking about ask her out. Should I? Chloroform. Horniness C2H60. On my way out to sleep with him now LOL. Them tight eyes. She was charged with essay on her kid. So, I'd likely wind up in some kind of accident involving rough sex and her not waking up again. Depends on if she's sober now or not. I hated fucking a drunk so much and now I won't ever touch anyone under the influence of anything. A frontal lobotomy. Consent. Edit guaranteed death upon ejaculation. Most recent. New. One that got away about 5 years ago. Yes. Billions of dollars. I ain't going through that emotional duress of just being around her as is. There's no way I'd sleep with her again. Maybe if I had a traumatic brain injury and had totally forgotten who the bitch was. Well, maybe if it were a life or death situation and I had to sleep with him or he would die, I'd show up and probably just watch him die. My good ex reliable, regular birth control. My shitty ex $100 million cash, tax-free. Or, a written and published apology for the way she treated me. Though? Nothing. He pays crack whores for sex I found. He's abhorrent. Her saying yes. I would probs sleep with him without any incentive LOL. I just wouldn't want him to get attached because he reached out recently saying he missed sleeping next to me. We had an amicable breakup and still follow each other on social media. I moved across the country after the breakup and have a totally new life.